Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. And guys, yes, the drop towards downside outside the channel has actually happened. That's that. So now we're going back down to 10k. So everybody can buy the dip on 10k, of course. And after that, it's probably going to be some kind of 5k or 3k. So you can prepare yourself for that. Besides that, some fantasy stories. Bitcoin is doing actually okay. It dropped down. It did not go all the way to the targets. Still, the target is what we are looking at. We're going to talk about where the target for the drop is. But it looks good. Now also the DXY is having still this continuous move towards downside, and I was looking at a little bit and I was thinking, can the DXY just continue dumping down without any kind of pullback? Maybe DXY is a little bit different beast than everything else, because oftentimes the price does pull back. But I've been watching looking at previous movements on DXY, and it can definitely just keep on dumping down for a very, very long time. You can definitely look over here. I mean, this has just been bleeding down straight line. I mean, this is any kind of pullback up here is non-existent almost. There are so small pullbacks up here, but mostly just been riding all the way towards downside. So the big question is gonna do that right now. It's just gonna continue riding towards downside without any kind of move towards upside. Check that out. We're also gonna look at S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, because people are saying that rejection, we're going down, it's game over. Bitcoin dropped down, it's over, it's going down again, so there is that. But before we start, yesterday I wrote, when life gives you lemons. So we're gonna expand on that. When life gives you lemons, you buy the dip. There we go. You buy the dip when life gives you lemons, guys. Remember that. How's everybody doing in the chat? Before we start looking at what's happening in Bitcoin. Lani Petro, how you doing, man? Welcome. Mandrew. How you doing? Morning. 25 CD. Hello, bro. Hello. How you doing, man? Are we pump or dump, bro? We are still on the dump train, but long-term pump train. The center plan, trading Bitcoin weekly, nightly, morning streaming video challenge. Let's see if the blue can become purple or black. No. Blue balls are blue balls. We are staying blue balls. Nothing is changing with the blue balls. We are the blue balls. What is it actually called? The chart. It's called. It's called something like Plan B. 2F model or something like that, right? It's called 2F model. There are blue balls, right? Blue balls. S2F model. S2F model. Or something like that, right? We are the blue balls. But we want to update it. Where is the updated, 2023? This is 2022. Does Plan B have a new updated model? That's what I want to know. January 16, my 2 sets on Bitcoin. I'll be the blue balls. Right now, here are the red balls, but blue switch to green. There we go, guys. The blue balls are switching the green balls. This is the most updated chart. I think this is January or something like that, right? January 2023. So the blue balls are switching to be the green balls, and eventually they will become the yellow balls, and the yellow balls will become to the orange balls, and orange balls will become red balls. And once you are in the red ball, if you didn't start as a blue ball, you're gonna have a lot of pain. but we are finally, you know, this is the second, you know, once over here we had a blue ball, then we became, you know, green ball, and over here we have blue ball again, a lot bluer ball. We thought actually over here that, you know, blue balls are gonna continue, but you know, it did drop, you know, it did get a little bit bluer down here at the bottom, and right now we are a green ball again. You can see here the green balls are always the first ones to go, and then we go into the yellow and so forth, so forth. So it's going this way to, you know, this way up. So we are the blue balls, guys. We're still the blue balls. It's all good. And the blue balls, I mean, if you haven't been here for the last, you know, 3 to 6 months, you're not a blue ball. You're not a blue ball. How you guys doing? Let's see here. Blow the truth. Evening, man. How you doing? Peter, funds over 10k coming. There's always this one guy in chat. Always like 10k, 6k, 5k. Sure, I mean, we are not saying we cannot go down to 10k, but you know, something's gonna happen, and then it's gonna say, okay, now you can go down to 10k, but you cannot go down to 10k right now. You need to break some important, super strong support levels to go down 10k, and we are not even close to that. So you know, let's wait a little bit before we call 10k. Good morning, Crypto. How you doing, man? Garrett, morning. The green is goblin. Yo, what's up, TL? I gotta pay today. Probably a good time to buy. When life gives you lemons. M-Stone, hi, how you doing? XRP Legend, hey, good morning everyone. Notifications, and let's get super happy Bitcoin Bay. Yeah, notifications are on. You're going to buy on a new moon. New moon does not work in a bull trends. Only full moon. Buy the deep strike to the 10k. Morning, Edward, how you doing? JP, hit the like button, guys. Show some support. There is other way to show support, guys. We started with, you know, Bybit shilling. There is a link down below. There is other way to show support beside, you know, pressing the like button. You don't have to press the like button. You can just, you know, sign up to Bybit using my link. I'm just saying. There is other ways to support the channel beside the like button. Blue balls are always the worst. Always the worst. You know, they start the worst, but, you know, they end up, you know, being pretty nice and red eventually. I bought the violet balls. Morning roll, how you doing? Chick weekly hashubs. Yeah, I saw that. I will check that out. Morning. 23 is going to be a good year. I think so too, Anton. Good morning from Weiwei with a different account. Weiwei, long time no see, man. Different account. Yeah, it's okay. All accounts are equal in this space. All accounts are equal. So guys, what are we gonna start today? First, I'm gonna start looking on the small time frames up here. This drop towards downside. This was pretty much given. Even though when it started going up here towards upside, I saw a lot of people became, you know, instantly bullish. Yesterday I made a video on the channel, and right after the video, this started going towards upside. Of course, people in the comments were already like, "Oh, it's going to 24. Oh, it's you know, 25k next." You know, they're already screaming. But if you had been following the chart. When this happened up here, there was a big bearish divergence up here at top, so I was like, you know, it's hitting the midline up here, everything already look bullish, you know, divergence up here at the top, no way this is gonna, you know, continue towards upside. Right back below the moving averages, big move down, and right now trying to stabilize itself here. I'm still looking at this 50 moving average down here. I'm still looking at this 50 moving average as some kind of support level. Because we are right now hitting this first support level down here. That's the first support level, and we are hitting that. But if you cannot just get right back above the moving average up here, I would assume like the 50 moving average on the 4-hour is pretty legit. Daily time frame also. Let's go to the 4-hourly time frame. Just sorry, this is 1-hour time frame. 4-hourly time frame, 50 moving average down there. Let's just remove these lines up here for a second. 1-hourly 200 moving average is right over here. And the daily time frame is right down there. So you can see here there is a, you know, the first levels of support when it comes to moving averages. It's in the ballpark area of 20k. What am I pressing? It's in the ballpark area of 20k. So I would assume that, you know, this move up here right now that you know, this move up here will go down to 20k, maybe get some kind of support on 20k, maybe a little bit higher or something like that up here, and then maybe, you know, go back towards the upside. But guys, we still have to assume that this is some kind of bullish trend change, and I'm gonna show you why the trend has changed. we have to assume that the trend has changed and that we are right now actually quite bullish. But again, in the short term up here, I still looking at some kind of pullbacks. Now, these pullbacks are important. This pullback is important, but you can also see on the weekly time frame down here that, you know, we got 10-20 moving average all the way down here, and we got, you know, certain, you know, support levels before we actually hit those levels all the way down 19.5 or something like that. So if you go a little bit up here, right, and you see 19.5, where is 19.5? That's all the way up here to the 200 moving average. So, you know, give or take levels, you know, I would assume, you know, we're gonna go only down here to the 50 moving average, 200 moving average on 1 hourly time frame, you know, stuff like that. But if you go down over here on the daily time frame, 200 moving average, I mean, it's still in the ballpark area down here. So it's only a pullback. That's what I'm trying to say. How much down, you know, that's the trick. Figuring out exactly how much down you're gonna go, that's the trick. But the pullback is in full effect right now. And it can just stop over here. If you are stupidly bullish, you can stop up here and just go towards the upside. I'm not saying that cannot happen, but I think more probability right now is to having this secondary pull towards these support lines over here. and then after that, you know, do some nice magic towards the upside. So we're gonna see that when we get to that those levels. But right now, this already looks like it's curving up a little bit up here. Over here, and you know, and once it starts breaking this, then I'm thinking, you know, we might actually hit some kind of lower levels on the downside. But guys, we gotta assume what people are not assuming. We gotta assume that the trend is broken, and I've seen a lot of people, even people in the chat over here has posted, I think Drunken posted this chart over here. And I think it was interesting. Couldn't paste the image. Copy image, paste image, cannot post. Let me just, you know, let me just copy the image. Cannot put, way too large. Wait. I got a trick up my sleeve. Just a second. Oh, it is actually like a large image. Let me just, you know, resize the image to, you know, something like 1000 times 1000. Okay, doesn't matter. There we go. And then we're gonna take this, and then we're gonna copy this inside here. There we go. People posting like, you know, images large as, you know, the world, you know, there's that. So this is actually a nice image. I'm not saying this is gonna happen or anything like that. What I'm trying to say that people are still thinking that we didn't break the trend. You can see up here, I don't know if you can see up here. Let me zoom in a little bit more on the chart up here. Okay, so what you see over here is that he drew the line, and the line goes just slightly above this resistance up here. Then he drew a couple of more lines, and everything is hitting this resistance right now. So looking at this chart, it does not seem that we have broken the trend, because this line, and this line, neither of these lines are actually breaking the trend over here. And of course, his prediction is that we are gonna go down here below this support line, retest that, and then go down to 10K for whatever reason, right? So whoever this guy is, I don't know who this guy is, Profit Blue, something like that, I don't know. He thinks we're gonna go 10K because we did not break the resistance. And I gotta tell you that we have broken the resistance, we have broken the trend, and that's actually the big thing. So I was a big proponent of looking at logarithmic charts before. And if you look at a logarithmic chart, we did not break the trend. This is the line, we did not broke the trend. If you look at a logarithmic chart, we did not break the trend. But we are no longer looking at logarithmic chart. It's been a long time since I actually used logarithmic chart. And if you look at it, a regular chart, we hit this on the dollar, almost on the dollar, broke the trend, retested the trend, and right now we are going to move towards the upside. So we already broke the trend. So depends whether you're looking at a logarithmic chart or regular chart. We broke or did not break the trend, and I believe that we did break the trend, and the trend is already done. Especially this move towards the downside, you know, became finished over here. We had a nice slight move towards the downside, retest, sideways accumulation move. Right now we are picking back. Not only that, the secondary trend is also broken. The second trend. So oftentimes what happens when you have some kind of trend, you will break that trend and then you will create a secondary trend. You will create a secondary trend, and this secondary trend, once the secondary trend is broken, then you increase the speed of these lines towards the upside, right? So it goes, you know, something like this. It creates a curve, kind of with the lines on the screen. So over here, once we start, you know, breaking this this trend over here, we created this nice top up here, and if you put a line up here, if you look at some kind of, you know, some kind of a new trend line over here, new trend over here, we did break that trend as well. The trend is broken. I don't know how to tell you guys. The trend is broken, and you can adjust these lines a little bit. I mean, there might be some kind of, you know, better lines over here or something like that, right? Maybe something like this up here. Very nice hit. Very nice hit on line, nice, give or take, maybe it's a little bit down, doesn't matter. It's still broken, So unless, you know, something bad happens right over here this week and we just drop down, you know, to some kind of 10K or whatever. I mean, the move down here, like, it seems like nothing, right? But, yeah, unless something big happens, the trend is broken. We gotta assume that right now the accumulation phase is in full effect. Because people didn't, you know, believe this accumulation phase. They still believe we are in some kind of, you know, capitulation phase down here. Accumulation phase is full effect over here. The trend is broken one time, two times right now. It's really hard to believe that you know, this is just gonna go towards downside. I mean, breaking this, you know, breaking this support level down here. Where is it? Breaking the support level down here, it's really hard. It's really hard. If you do that, like, of course I'm gonna say this is very bad, but then you are already at 15K and just a little bit moved down here, and then you're at the bottom again, and then you go up again. I mean, there is no point in, you know, selling anymore. Even if it goes down there like that, there's no point. What are we gonna, because nobody thinks we can get down to 5K or 2.5K or whatever, right? We are already so low, there is no point. But the trend is broken. That's the big thing, guys. The trend is broken. Doesn't matter how you write the trend is broken. And right now you can understand when these trends break, you know, a lot of people turn very bullish, very bullish. So again, when life gives you lemons, you buy the dip. Remember that. When life gives you lemons, you buy the dip. So this move up here towards downside, where is it? Where did my lines go? There you go, these lines. So this move towards downside, I think, you know, has a probability down here at 20K, but, you know, down here at 15K as well, give or take. So, you know, I think we will have more room left to go down there too. So just because people are writing lines that, you know, do not hit or something like that, you don't have to believe other people's lines. Now, check this out. This is called hash ribbons. And Mladen posted this in the chat. Thank you, Mladen. I'm not really big on hash ribbons, but, you know, I will look at and like any single thing that shows that we are bullish. This on the weekly time frame, and these are the buy signals. And right now, this hash ribbon, Capriole Investments ribbon, has, you know, fired off this buy signal. This buy signal last time came up here in July 2021, and before that you gotta go just, you know, at the start of the market when Bitcoin was at around 20K or something like that. This is the weekly hash ribbons, which are very, you know, you know, I won't say useful, but, you know, they could indicate some very nice nice moves. And right now you can see that right now we are getting this hash ribbon buy signal keying in. So let's try to, you know, pop the hash ribbons. Maybe it's this one. Buy signal up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Yeah, there we go. Can you do some other chart? Yeah, let's clean up everything first, and then hash ribbon, set hash ribbons down here. Yeah, sure. Just clean up everything nicely. So there we go. This is our buy signal right now, kicking in here on the weekly time frame. Do we have it on monthly time frame? Monthly time frame kicked in up here. Monthly time frame actually fires a lot of times. Up here, up here, up here, up here, over here. It was just like tick, 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 tick. But the monthly time frame is still not in. But we also know why it's not on a monthly time frame. But you know, the weekly time frame, very important time frame. It is. See here, capitulation. He thinks this is capitulation. Okay, man. He thinks this is capitulation. This was capitulation over here, but you know. There are so many capitulations based on this this indicator. I don't know. There are so many capitulations based on this indicator. So I wouldn't say this is quite right when it comes to capitulation part, but you know. It is very nice. It is very nice. Capitulate. How many times are you gonna capitulate? 1 time, 2 times. How many times did we capitulate in 2014? 2 times, 3 times. I don't know. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 capitulation in 2014. 1 capitulation in 2019. And so far 2 capitulation in 2022-23. Where would you bull thesis? Where would be bull thesis invalidation for you? I would say like if it is where what would invalidate. But what thing is, even if we go down over here, the bullish move, the bullish trend is still intact. So let's see up here. If something is gonna invalidate, I think this this line down here. But right now this line goes down to 0, so you know you cannot break this line. I mean, it literally goes. This line goes down to 0. So this line is pretty much. This line is pretty much right now never gonna be reached again, because if you go down to this line over here again, let's try to draw it very nicely. Okay, 4.6 over here, maybe down here at 3K or something like that, down here at 1K. I mean, this line is very, very unlikely to be hit ever again. So I would say that if we're gonna go lower or something like that, something is wrong with the price. I would say this is the line down here. And that move over here comes below something like 13K or something like that. So if you go below 13K, I would say that, you know, we are no longer bullish. Because even if we drop down to 13K or something like that, even if we drop down to 13K over here, I mean, the bull market is still on. Nothing changes. It just does this. But if you go down below the support, major support level, and you can see up here also breaking this support level, stuff like that. Down here, you know, below something like 13.5 or something like that. Down here, if you go down here, I would say this is invalidating that, you know, this is any kind of bull market. The line going to 0 is correct. 13K is still bull. Of course, everything is still bull. 15 was bull. 16 was bull. 20 is bull, 13, but everything is bull. I don't think what's so hard to understand about that. Everything is bull. Everything is bull. But getting below 13K is it's gonna be you know, it's gonna be it's something is not it's not bad, because this line is still holding. This line is still holding. But there is this line up here. I mean, before we actually get to that line, you know, so if you right now start pulling back, the first sign of weakness will be below the trend line over here. This is the major trend line I'm looking at. The major trend line. So if you do go below that trend line, I would say something is not right. Then you go break this, you know, this trend line over here. Something's very bad. And then you break this, you know, level down here. That's, you know, what the F is Bitcoin doing? You know, that's a problem, right? But right now it does look very nice. We are a new bull bear trend. George, how you doing, man? The Fibonacci master, the Fibonacci master. That's what I call George. He makes so many good calls on Fibonacci. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Very nice, very nice. So there is that. There is that. But although hash ribbons are saying to us that we are bullish, hash ribbons are saying to us that we are bullish. RSI is right now some kind of 50, which is very nice. And how do I remove these things up here? I always remove these things, but they just keep on popping up. Like, what the events? The most, to me, the most important signal for when the bull market is 100% on is once we cross the zero line on the weekly time frame. That is the bull market, guys. That is, I mean, that can, you know, take a while until for it happen up here. You can see when we start going up here, I mean, it took, you know, all the way up here above the 50 moving average to, you know, cross the zero line. It took a long time to cross the zero line, but once you cross the zero line up here, that's on the month, on the weekly time frame, on MACD. That's when I become extreme bull. That's when investors become bull. That's when everybody becomes bull. Zero line, MACD on the weekly time frame. Hugely important level. Let's see here, 2014. Hugely important level. This is also weekly time frame. You can see up here or over here, we cross that towards the upside. Hugely important level. Zero line on the MACD on the weekly time frame. I mean, you know, the bottom is gonna come in before that, but investors, big shots, are looking at that, you know, that signal to go long, to say this is right now, the bottom is over. And that's also what I'm looking at. Zero line, weekly time frame, MACD above the zero line. Once that happens, we good, guys, we good. And right now we're increasing a little bit speed towards that zero line, so you know, it might take a little bit more time to get there, but I'm sure we were gonna do that eventually. I'm sure we'll do that eventually. Bitcoin, I have no problem with Bitcoin. Even this move towards downside, pretty much, you know, it was interesting to see, but it's nothing abnormal. The problem was that, you know, it was using just way too long time here up top without any break out towards the upside. So this move towards downside, pull back up here, it's nice. And everybody was expecting this pullback. Everybody was, please, any kind of pullback. I want to buy the pullback. Who bought yesterday when prices was down like 10%? And prices were down like 10%. A lot of coins dropped down big time up here, over here. This is, you know, Solana down 11%. Pulling back to the 50 moving average. People are afraid to buy, guys. People are afraid to buy. They see any kind of move down, they think 10K again. Because they are still so much back in that, you know, emotional feeling of bearishness. Oh, Bitcoin hasn't done anything. It's broken. It's still down. It's, you know, it's a bear rally pump. It's a dead cat bounce. This is going back down to 10K, you know. FUD is gonna continue until everybody buys that wants to buy. And when price starts pumping towards the upside, the FUD is gonna stop. Suddenly, like out of the blue, all the FUD news is gonna go away. I don't know if you experienced that before, guys. You can see one day so much FUD on some coin or crypto in general. You can see so much FUD, so much hate. It's like every single news is bad, bad, bad. And tomorrow, for some reason, none of that matters. Suddenly good news are getting you know, all the you know, titles across the newspapers. Suddenly everything is like the best, like crypto is the best next thing in the world, and nobody talks anymore about FUD, and suddenly all the FOMO is back in, and it's like night and day. And it changed like this. You can be under so much pressure, under so much FUD, and then tomorrow is like, wait, where did the FUD go? What happened? That's how fast it changes. I would say 18K, something K. It's still healthy pullback. Yeah, it's still healthy pullback. Like if you look at on a weekly time frame, there is really this is Solana, but let's go to Bitcoin up here. I mean, the healthy pullback up here, I would say can go all the way, you know, 18.8, no problem whatsoever. Even down all the way down 10K, maybe even down as much as 17K. But these are very extreme levels. But you know, it's perfectly normal down to, you know, 20 moving average pullback to 20 moving, perfectly normal. Now, don't worry, till I'll keep the FUD alive. Of course you will. Gort and Peter will keep the FUD alive. No problem, man. I know there is always guys in the chat that will keep the FUD alive. Mate, TLI, did you dollar cost average at 16K? Are you nice profits? I did not dollar cost average. I actually, I'm so ashamed to tell what I did. You remember I had 20% left of my cash to, you know, DCA into altcoins. Well, I allocated those 20% just before the just before this happened, and it didn't go that well. So unfortunately, when we did actually have the dump down here, I had actually no money to allocate. I gotta admit, you guys, I FOMO'd in up here, and you know what happened after that. So I was too ashamed to tell people that I actually did what I did. So, but it's back at give or take the same level right now. So at least those 20%. So yeah, whatever. Are you still doing the 1 minute? Yeah. So where were we? Yeah, but there is one more thing. I told Sasha there would be a pump on your last 410 million challenge. You were looking for a short leak. You didn't jump into it. Yeah, man, it happens. It happens. Couple bits. Let's see. So here's the. Let me show you one. Now, first of all, this is not financial advice, right? I like you guys. You like me. I hope you like me, guys. But don't take what I think about stuff is what I think about stuff. That I'm big on metaverse and NFTs, and I think that's gonna be the huge thing in the next bull market, right? So when you get a next bull market, I think the NFTs and metaverse are just gonna be through the roof, because number one, they are shiny and they are very exciting, and normal mainstream people can understand metaverse and coins in game, and NFTs, you buy and sell the sword in game. I mean, you get that, right? So I think I'm a little bit unsure about Web3. I think also Web3 is gonna but people have a lot of harder time to wrap their head around what Web3 is actually about. So I think the next big thing is metaverse NFTs. Now when that comes to that, I think one of the biggest coins in the metaverse is gonna be ApeCoin. And of course, again, I'm not shilling. I do own ApeCoin. I'm not shilling Ape. What I'm trying to say, that ApeCoin right now is at the 20 moving average on the 20 moving average on the weekly time frame. And I don't know if you remember, but when we were in the previous run up to the bull market in previous 2019, I have been trying to explain to people how investors investors buy and how they sell. And investors, when they buy, let me just go to another chart up here, they go to the big time frames. They go to big time frames, something like weekly or monthly, it really doesn't matter. They go to big time frames and they buy on the moving averages. So when they see that the price is extended from the moving averages, they don't buy up here. They don't buy up here. They buy on the moving average. Doesn't matter whether that's 10 moving average, 20, 50 moving. They buy on the moving average. They do not buy extensions away from the moving averages. They buy on the moving averages on the highest on the highest time frame they can get, right? So when they see price going into the moving averages, that's where they buy, right? So ApeCoin right now is back at 20 moving average after having this extension towards downside up here, getting extended a little bit towards downside up here. Right now it's back at 20 moving average on the weekly time frame. They will only buy Bitcoin and ETH. No, they're buying everything. Why not just buy Meta stock? They will be big in player in metaverse. Nah. The Facebook itself is a dead platform. Like, only old people use Facebook. I don't know anybody using Facebook. People use Facebook to sell stuff. Old people use Facebook to post some images. I see that. Young people are not using Facebook. Nobody's using Facebook. Facebook is a dead platform. And from what I've seen so far from Meta and Facebook on the metaverse, it's just meh. They're investing huge money to create the infrastructure. Yeah, but everybody's investing huge money. Everybody's investing huge. Facebook is still hot in the Philippines. No, don't get me wrong. I do think that Facebook is not gonna die or anything like that. But when it comes to investing in Facebook right now, I mean, they are big, but nah. No way. Section of setting stop loss. when investing, you gotta believe in the guy, right? I always say, if you invest in some company, believe in the guy. Do you really want to invest in Zuckerberg? I'm just saying, what kind of genius thing has Zuckerberg developed? And he's been at, at head of Facebook for a very long time. Like, he bought Instagram, I get that, but he did not, develop Instagram. They did something, stupidly good with it. He just bought it. I mean, Zuckerberg is not a, creative, he was good programmer and made the Facebook and it runs. But if you tried using Facebook, it's so bloated, so buggy, so slow. I don't know, man. I don't know. He has no feeling for user interaction with Facebook. Like when I use Facebook, every single time I use Facebook, I get really upset about it. Like, it's slow, it loads slow, too much information on the screen. Like, beside Messenger, I don't use anything when it comes to Facebook, right? It's just slow. So I would rather buy anything CK, the guy of Binance makes, because I believe in the guy. He creates stuff. Anything Elon Musk's make, everything that CK make, you buy what, Mr. Beast. If you want to invest in something, invest in, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a huge entrepreneur. Like, everything he touches goes into, big stuff. He's a huge thing, he understands this, market stuff. So, invest in the guy behind the company, not the company, right? Always look at, this company, who is behind the company, and if you like the guy, if you believe in the guy, then you invest in it. In my Facebook was a DARPA project that was handed off to him. It was a really life vlog. I don't know how it went out, but it's not really hard to make Facebook. Even I was making, Facebook type of. Before Facebook, there was a lot of. Projects on internet that had this, you upload a picture, you upload certain stuff about yourself, and you go on dating, talk to people and stuff like that, right? There was a lot of these web pages. Even I was making one of these web pages in my dorm when I was going to university, right? Because I saw a lot of these other pops ups, but Facebook comes up with a platform that's very useful, and they start somewhere where they could get a lot of people, and they made also very good, and then that thing exploded. But it was kind of inevitable that something like Facebook is gonna come out, because I'm telling you, everybody was, even I was making Facebook style, image, your name, a little bit text about yourself, search other people, everybody was making that at that time. When was actually Facebook created? I think it came a lot, a lot earlier than Facebook started. February 24. So this is 16, 17, 18, 19 years ago. Yeah, so it's right about that time, like 20 years ago when I was in university. Around that time, I was making a Facebook style, with I think I have some my project somewhere on the disk, but image with some kind of text, and you can search for other people, you can send private messages, and that's Facebook, right? But he made something, and it grew big. It grew big. But at that time, everybody was making something like that. Who wants? But who else has billions to invest into the platform? Everybody has billions to invest. Every crypto project has billions to invest, man. I don't think you understand. Like, crypto is so loaded with money right now, man. So loaded with money. Crypto is so loaded with money. Guys, I don't have much to tell you about that. I think this move up here is still gonna go a little bit more down or sideways up here. I don't know what's gonna happen. But we are looking at 20 to 19.5 level up here as some kind of support levels up here, give or take, until this moving average. It might just go a little bit sideways up here, and then we see if this actually pumps towards the upside. But when life gives you lemons, guys, buy the dip. Buy the dip, guys. Not financial advice. And of course, we started with the Bybit shillings. Want to trade me on Bybit? There is that. You can get, if you invest, if you deposit $100 on Bybit, there is no way you are getting 30k. Just so you know that. You deposit 100 bucks, there is no way you're getting 30k, you know. You wanna get 30k on Bybit when sign up bonus, you gotta invest, I think you gotta put in like $1 million or something like that on the platform. And you gotta trade for like 10 million or something like that. And then you get the 30k, you know, sign up bonus. So, you know, there is no way. But if you wanna trade me on Bybit, you know, there is that, of course. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I've been talking a lot. I hope that was of interest. I didn't think we looked at S&P 500 up here, but let's just quickly say a quick word about S&P 500. You can see up here, we're having this pullback from the resistance. Everybody's saying, oh, it's getting rejected. No, it's not getting rejected. It's just having a little bit pullback. No problem whatsoever. It's a big bad move towards the downside. Down here is 20 moving average until it actually breaks the support line over here. Nothing is wrong whatsoever, and this can always break towards the upside. Very important level to actually follow when it comes to the S&P 500 is the 50 moving average, and this is the line we need to break. So once we are above the 50 moving average, that's going to be fine. Until then, it's you know, it's not so much. There is also this line over here, which might seem to be very, very important. And then something like this, maybe something like this. So you might see some kind of, you know, some kind of zigzag. A zigzag move, but it's a small move. I won't take it too seriously. DXY is still going towards the downside, and it can just continue going towards the downside. Yes, it's down a little bit, but you know, who cares? Bitcoin is also having a little bit of pullback, which is very nice. Guys, thanks for stopping by. You know what to do with the link down below. And TF Fans Club, guys, down here in the corner, TF Fans Club. Down here in Core TF Fans Club, we need 200 members, you know, to make sub channels and stuff like that. So, you know, if you're interested in supporting the channel, check it out. Okay, guys, that's it. I'll see you around. Bye bye.